It's Week 16 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Kenny Pickett. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Steelers and the Broncos, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Williams. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. You look at this Steeler defense. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better. Because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that. And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 18 carries, 83 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
The Pickett finding Johnson there, 1st down Steelers. The Steelers at 5-9 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Now on 4th down, Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Jones, and it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw hauled in by Washington. And out of bounds right around the 20. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And coming out now, the Broncos. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They begin the drive with Williams. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 132 yards and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. You look at this Steeler defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Oh, some strong running. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. 62 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Jones. This is caught, and all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 19 yards that time for number 19. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. This will go to Henry out wide. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And he fires one incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
First grab for Thomas. It's good for a 1st down as well. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Pickett. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Inside handoff. Henry shrugs him off. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Pickett. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Denver Broncos back out there. Former Tar Heel Javonte Williams, we shine the spotlight on him.
A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Here's Austin. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Pickett looking to throw on 2nd down. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Pickett sets up play action. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Baron Browning has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. So the Broncos coming out now.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better...
Williams loses the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game, so you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing, Jones.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
But they've been fighting and scratching and clawing for that 1st sack in the game, and it turns out to be a big one. Not just a short one right there behind the line. First one they get, 10-plus yards, and the guy who has the legs to escape most of these.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Now the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now Pickett. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. We have an injured player out there, and oh boy, that's the quarterback, Kenny Pickett, who's in some pain after that one. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The backup Stidham, his first throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
You doing okay over there, partner? Because that's yet another sack in this game that you just had to call. We're not even at halftime yet. No wonder this team has the lead. What an effort by the defense right from the word go. The adjustments at halftime, they're going to have to be big, or this could really get ugly in the second half.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up 1 first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line, but not much happening after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Denver's offense ready to go again. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Throwing to start the drive. Jones shoves him aside, and he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Oh, look at the juke. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 93 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the gun. Jones caught by the tight end Ertz. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
And this one is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
2nd and 10 now, Stidham. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Stidham to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
They set up the screen for Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 37. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Stidham. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing again here, Stidham. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now yet another incompletion here as they
Converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From just shy of midfield, Jones. And that one too wide and incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, it was former Tar Heel Javonte Williams with a solid first half. He's already over 100 yards rushing for the game and has a touchdown run as well. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, Stidham. And Thomas has it. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. On 3rd down, Henry. Wiggles free. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 74 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Stidham.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Stidham. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They go play action with Stidham. Henry's got it on the left side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Draw play. This is Henry. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Derrick Henry.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game. Because
there he goes left side. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Williams. Down right around the 25. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Looking to throw. Jones. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
They run. It's Williams. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Off play action. Jones. Looking sideline, incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. He's got it. Touchdown, Broncos.
Marvin Mims,
His 6th touchdown of the season.
and the Broncos have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And you see the last drive, great chunk of yardage, the touchdown on 5 carries. And offensively, everything just looked in sync, didn't it?
It did, and the reason that it was in sync is because it's a combination of play calling, game plan, offensive line marrying up with all of their blocks. But don't forget the receivers out on the perimeter. Any type of a long run, the receivers have had a hand in that because they've occupied people downfield. And, of course, give the big credit to the man with the football. Great vision, good movement, gets to the end zone.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
118 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From midfield now, here's Stidham.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great job, great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either. Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field, and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get up.
And he loses the football a second time.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And 1st and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want them to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
Defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle a little too aggressive. Second one, though, they strip it loose. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Now hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Now Jones on 1st down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jones over the middle, complete. That's Williams. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Jones.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Stidham.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second, this is a one-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a first down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Stidham. The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
And the lead is up to 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
And now out come the Steelers.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Stidham's throw complete there to Thomas. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Here we go. Stidham on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Throwing Jones. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Greg Dulcich, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. So an important touchdown right there, as now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, and this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator, and they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter, and I don't see them looking back.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
On 1st and 10, it's Stidham.
And that, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead, it's 2nd down.
Stidham from the shotgun.
This will go to Henry out wide.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They go play action now. Stidham, he sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Stidham. That is caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Stidham looking to escape, but he'll go down. They got him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First down, Denver.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Broncos, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.